What up, campers? We've got a 2-week trip all across Southern California, and we're going to find out exactly how much it takes to live in your RV full-time for 2 weeks. Welcome to Why We Work. If this is your first time joining us, get subscribed. This channel is all about appreciating life. We are doing a big 2-week journey across Southern California for the holidays, and so we're going to be doing some work remotely, visiting some friends, and having some adventures. And we're going to document all the costs that go into living in an RV full-time with 4 people, gas, food, campsites, anything else that comes up along the way. So let's see how we do. So we're here at our first spot, which is a Harvest Host. And so that clocks in at exactly $0. We bought the Harvest Host membership a while ago, and now we're using it, but you don't actually pay when you get here. And so as of our very first stop outside of Acton, California, we have about $300 worth of groceries, about $90 worth of diesel so far. We'll be filling up again later today. And then some of the money that we spent at Harvest Host, because we did buy a few bottles of wine and some gifts. So I'll flash those numbers up, but that's where we are so far. The one thing to keep in mind on the grocery bill so far is that everybody's going to be different. We are a family of 4, obviously, and a lot of our stuff was beer and wine. So for everybody, that number is going to be a little bit different, but I think easily at least about 150, 200 on the groceries. All right, we just made our second stop for diesel. That's another $101 before we even get to San Diego. That goes in the kitty. Okay, we're at our second stop, which is down in San Diego, California. And after filling up, leaving Acton and the Harvest Host, we made it here with all that diesel still. So we're still at the exact same point that we were. We're mooch docking, and we'll have a video coming up about that. But second night, $0 in terms of where we're camping. So that's another plus. From here, we're off to Temecula for a few days to do some family stuff, get a little bit of work done. We will go up to Idlewild for a day, and then over to Joshua Tree. In Temecula, we're staying at Lake Skinner. That site was $40 a night. We're doing 1 night there before we go back to 2 nights of mooch docking. All right, so we made it to our 3rd destination. This is Temecula, California, and we got here on that same tank of diesel, so we've added $0 more to the kitty. We are here at Lake Skinner, and that cost us $40 a night, as I mentioned, so we can throw that up on the counter, but that's where we're at so far. Stop number 3, 3 days in. So we're back at Lake Skinner. We decided to do 1 more day in Temecula so I could get some work done. We put another $100 worth of diesel in on our way back to Skinner. Skinner's $40 a night, and we got some groceries, so I'll throw those up too. But that's where we're at after 7 days. The other thing we had to do was to restock on our firewood, and that was another $39 for 5 bundles. So it's adding up quick. So we left Lake Skinner and we came up to Idlewild so the kids could have a snow play day. We made it on that same tank of diesel, so no cost there. But the Idlewild RV Resort was $51 a night, so we can throw that one up on the kitty as well. And I think we've got a few more items to toss in there, but that's where we're at so far. Okay, so a full week into the trip. About 3-4 days of boondocking, some hookups, and then some mooch docking, but we just went through our first 20-gallon propane. Our next stop's down in Joshua Tree,
Dad,
so we're gonna stop and
we need a drill dig in here.
we need to do some drill digging. But then on the way down to Joshua Tree, we're gonna stop and get another tank of diesel. So we'll see how much that costs. But then we have 3 or 4 nights of free camping. Alright, so we just got here to Joshua Tree from Idlewild. We stopped and got some diesel. That was $35 exactly for I think 9 gallons we got. And then we got about $11 and how much cents? $11 and some cents. Almost $12 to refill our first propane tank after 7 days. We ran out on that one. And then we also cheated and spent $22 at the old In-N-Out burger. So you guys know I didn't get this figure for nothing, so that one might not go into your budget, but so far that's where we're at. All right, we just made it through Joshua Tree. We had a little adventure day, stopped for another tank of diesel at our last fill up. I didn't fill it up all the way, that's why it only took 35 bucks. So took 19.5 gallons. That's another $67.01.
Don't forget that 1 cent.
Okay, so we're on the tail end of our journey. It's been a couple of days since we checked in, but we made our way from Joshua Tree to the Northridge area just outside of LA for work. When we were leaving Joshua Tree, we put in another $74 of diesel at Morongo. We also stopped last night to fill up with more diesel, so that's another $89, and that should get us the rest of the way home. We also cheated and had a few meals out, so last night we went to our favorite Mediterranean food place in Koreatown. It's called Halal Guys. That was $25. The kids and Nadia also did some sightseeing around LA, so they got some train tickets and metro tickets. That was another $7. We also ate on New Year's Eve at the Morongo Casino Buffet to give the kids that kind of fun experience while we were in Joshua Tree, and that was another $100. The one thing I forgot to mention is that we paid for the campground at the Walnut RV Park in Northridge, and that was $207.90. Can't forget that. That, I think, is the sum total of what it cost us to spend 2 weeks on the road in the RV full time. A couple things to keep in mind about these expenditures is we like to drink adult beverages. Those costs you can leave in or not, depending on what your lifestyle is like. The other thing is we did treat the kids out to the In-N-Out, the buffet, and the Halal Guys, which significantly increased our food costs. And yeah, all in all, that's what we spent. We had a phenomenal 2-week trip. You can check out all the videos of all the different stuff that we did over the holidays. And I'll put a spreadsheet up on our website too, so if you guys want to use this as like kind of a starting point for your budgeting process, I'll give you all the line items and then you can kind of tinker with them and do whatever you want. Hopefully that helps. So yeah, a couple of caveats and asterisks on that number. Yes, we bought some adult beverages, which jacked up the budget numbers. The other thing to keep in mind is that we went almost, I think, 1,000 miles, and so as you can see, diesel's our #1 expense, and so if you just go to one place and sit there for 2 weeks, you're going to have a much lower budget. So these are all just variables that go into the calculation, but we figured this would at least be a starting point for folks who wanted to use it for trip planning or whatever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, give us a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you on the next adventure.